here, Marbella Club Hotel. One of the occasion in the gallery who's really bringing the best one. Yes. Warhol 30th anniversary, where you can get those paintings of him, a memoir, that at least you can have it. They are very well unlimited seal that you can get different ones. Yes, you're going to see it in a view in a second. So enjoy Warhol design. Great artist. We are right now with someone who's very special in this gallery. She is the boss, like I say, but she's the one who get and fetch this marvelous. Imagine Warhol here. You can get and fetch them an opportunity, unique, you know, with the seal number and everything, so you can be assured you have a real one. Really, Mercedes, it's a pleasure to have you here to the Marbella Life Style, and it's amazing what you get, really.
Thank you very much. I was just thinking that Marbella needed to be supporting the arts as I'm doing everywhere. So I brought this collection because it's the 30th anniversary of Warhol. And then we are in the very iconic place, Marbella Club, where we have our gallery. So I'm very happy you are here too.
Thank you very much. Until we're going to have the pleasure to have him here.
We are going to be holding this exhibition until the 6th of September. So everybody welcome to visit our museal exhibition at the gallery and in this fantastic place.
An opportunity to get one of them and take them to the home, huh?
Of course, why not? The prices are very nice, and those are editions from Sunday B. Morning. Warhol was very close to them, and it's an edition of about 250 yes. So we have the sweets. We have the flowers, as you can see, we have the Marylins, and then we, of course, sell them together or only one piece.
Is that great for the restaurant of a new hotel, right? We can do something like that special, or a beautiful house. Why not to take Warhol with you? Thank you very much, Mercedes.
Thank you so much. You are great, always. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much.
Well, we're still here and Art Watson. And why? Because you just find now Jose Luis Rupert, who is a collectionist of this Warhol. Amazing, really incredible. How you came up with the idea of Warhol?
Bueno, este año voy a hablar en español.
We have to learn Spanish.
Yeah. Bueno, este año se conmemora el 30 aniversario de la muerte de Warhol. Y con Mercedes, con la galerista de Art Watson, estuvimos viendo a ver qué se nos ocurría para enseñar, porque curiosamente en España no se ha hecho nada, es un aniversario que ha pasado desapercibido. Parece que el año que viene sí que va a haber ciertos homenajes, en Málaga concretamente también, pero este año es el 30 aniversario. Entonces, bueno, aquí hemos traído básicamente las suites más conocidas de la obra que hizo en papel, para serigrafía para papel, que es la suite de las flores, la suite de Marilyn, y también algunas obras muy icónicas de su producción, como es el cartel que hizo para Brillo, el cartel que hizo, bueno, la suite que hizo de las travestis puertorriqueñas, que estaban en un cabaret cerca del estudio donde ellos tenían la factory, y alguien les comentó que había un cabaret de travestis puertorriqueñas y latinas, y entonces fue y las contrató y les pagó $50 a cada una. Y esa es un ejemplo, no me acuerdo exactamente si era puertorriqueña o cubana, pero una de ellas eran latinas, eran latinas.
Caribeña.
Exactamente.
Caribeña.
Para ser más precisos.
Pero entonces, this opportunity is going to be stay until, I think so, until August, right?
Sí, estamos hasta el 3 de septiembre exactamente.
September then. Oh.
Exactamente. Y no es exactamente una exposición, es una exposición venta. Es decir, todas las obras que hay aquí, si alguien está interesado las puede comprar, que es una cosa un poco singular. Yeah.
Because being a collectionist, you know, it's not too hard to let it go when you have something you love, or you stay with the best one.
Las tengo repetidas.
That's very smart.
Las tengo repetidas. Sí, esta suite que hizo con con un taller de serigrafía que había en Bélgica, que se llamaba Sandy B. Morney, esta suite, la primera edición, que es la que está aquí, se hicieron 250 ejemplares de cada una de las 10 obras, ¿no?
What number are they? Normally what number?
Son 10 suite y de las flores también son 10. De las...
Who has number one? Who has number one?
Well, todas se hacen a la vez, lo que pasa es que van numeradas, entonces, pero todas salen de la misma secuencia y del mismo, no sé si el mismo día, porque normalmente una producción de este tipo se tarda varios días en hacer. Hay que tener en cuenta que cada uno de los colores que aparecen aquí es una pasada, es decir, que se van incorporando uno a uno los colores. No es una simulación de color, sino que son colores...
Original.
Exacto. Entonces cada uno de estos nunca son exactamente los mismos, ¿sabes? Siempre hay una pequeña diferencia, que es lo que lo hace también un poco especial, ¿no?
So, Mr. Rupert, what do you think about coming here to Marbella? You came always here to Marbella, or you just said, I'm going to do it here in Marbella because it's more international? Well, also because it's Wanson. Wanson is a strong gallery.
Bueno, no, Marbella es un sitio espectacular del mundo, no digo de Europa, ¿no? Por el clima, por la tradición y por la cultura también, ¿no? Es verdad que ahora cada vez más, y gracias también a la influencia de Málaga y de todo lo que ha pasado en estos últimos años con los museos que se han abierto allí, pues yo creo que Marbella puede ser también el otro foco de interés cultural, sobre todo artístico, también por la feria que se hace ahora en verano de arte, y que podamos tener, como sucede en Francia, una zona concreta del país donde el arte y la cultura sean un gran soporte de entretenimiento, de encuentro y también de cultura, ¿no? Básicamente, ¿no?
It's a good idea, the culture, because at the same time, this 28th, we're going to have Art Marbella en Palacio de Congreso, and I just heard and I just interviewed 50 companies of a gallery from different parts of the world are coming. 50.
Sí. No estaría mal que eso fuera creciendo y tuviéramos algo parecido a otro Art Basel aquí en Marbella, que vendría muy bien, porque realmente en España tenemos Arco, que es una gran feria de arte contemporáneo.
En Marbella we got Art Marbella.
Pero en Marbella yo creo que se merece por el público que tiene, por la tradición y la cultura que ha habido también aquí, que tuviera una feria de estas características.
We hope to see it this 28th of July, to see it in the Palacio Congreso. It's going to be huge and big, bringing more and more each time. That's good, you know, and I think so. They're supposed to be there too.
Yo creo que sí, ¿por qué no? Vamos a decirles que vengan.
Exactly.
Todos los que vengan a la feria, que vengan al Marbella Club y vean esta estupenda exposición de las obras más icónicas que hizo Warhol desde 1962, porque está el primer cartel que él hizo para la primera exposición que se celebró de una obra suya en la Fairview Gallery de Los Ángeles, hasta la última obra, que es un Chanel del año 85.
So there you have it. Just come here to Marbella Club and check the Art Wanson Gallery. And at the same time, we invite you the 28th to see the Art Marbella at the same time. But if you want a Marilyn, there you have it. diseñadora de ahora misma, de innovación?
Bueno, pues la verdad es que es un proyecto muy apetecible para la gente que nos gusta la moda. Es una plataforma donde no solamente puedes comprar online, sino también a través de los distintos showrooms que van a estar en distintas ciudades. Y es un proyecto muy bonito para la mujer que le gusta con estilo, que le apetece descubrir diseñadores noveles y juventud con mucho talento, y que a veces es difícil poder, ¿no? Poder descubrirlos. O sea que me encanta, la verdad es que he hecho mi selección de lo que más me gustaba. Estuve en el showroom en Madrid, luego hicimos una sesión de fotos y me encantó el proyecto desde el minuto uno que me lo contaron.
¿Podemos preguntar si esto es uno de las marcas?
Claro, por supuesto.
¿Quién es?
Pues mira, ahora
Bardens.
Muy bonito, es precioso, divinamente. ¿Próximo proyecto que tiene Nieve?
¿Dónde es? ¿Bardens? Que no me acuerdo.
Bardens es de Letonia.
Que no me acordaba, digo.
¿Y la próxima idea que va a tener o próxima aventura que va a tener Nieve?
¿Irme de vacaciones? Que me las merezco.
¿Algún otro planes? Digo mucho tiempo.
Bueno, cuando nos dedicamos a la moda siempre estamos pendientes de todo lo que va surgiendo, y además con mi programa de televisión intentamos apoyar y dar espacio a todos estos diseñadores jóvenes, con lo cual siempre estamos en constante research, ¿cómo se dice? Busca.
Pero además de
Búsqueda de nacionales e internacionales, porque hay muchísimo talento español y muchísimo talento también fuera, y yo creo que plataformas como estas o programas como el nuestro podemos hacer mucho por la moda y por la industria, que genera muchísimo dinero, la industria de la moda. Bueno, pero es que el mundo de la moda genera, como te digo, muchos puestos de trabajo. No solamente es aquello que vemos, ¿no? El resultado final. Este traje pues han pasado por muchas manos. Hay toda la parte artesana, que también en nuestro país somos líderes, y que muchos diseñadores internacionales vienen a nuestro país buscando esto, esa materia prima y esas manos que son, vamos,
que hay que confiar en los de hoy.
Y bueno, yo creo que la moda genera mucho, y ahora vamos siendo conscientes de que no es un mundo frívolo, sino que es un mundo que bueno, que para la economía de un país es muy importante. Tenemos ejemplos como Estados Unidos, Italia, Francia, lo cual no es, hay que tomarlo en serio.
Fantástico. Muchísimas gracias.
Today was another sunny day for me, going, but...
Well, tonight we are in Larea, who is the CEO founder of La Fenestra. What is La Fenestra, to everybody to understand? But anyway, you're all watching here a lot of fashion, but she's going to explain what it is.
Yeah, well, La Fenestra is a new e-commerce where you can find clothes from different emerging designers from all around Europe and also Nigeria, which is the main fashion nest in Africa at the moment. And it's an e-commerce that is supported by different showrooms. That's the way we call them, because we don't have any selling stock here. You come here, you can scan what the mannequins are wearing, try it on, see which size is the right one for you, and then you can just finish the shopping process here online, but then you'll receive the shopping package at your home or wherever you decided to send it. And this way you have all the the closeness of the physical part of the...
On the showroom, exactly, as you're doing, because you're in different spot you do in the showroom, no?
Yeah.
That's the way you're going to show exactly.
Exactly. In the beginning, they're going to be temporary. We're going to be here in Marbella first, and then we're going to be in Madrid, in San Sebastian, then in London. It's our first foreign incursion, and last but not least in Barcelona at the end of the year, and then we're going back to Madrid in January.
So actually, it's very emotional because it's the first time you're doing something like this. It's a great adventure, and at the same time, I think it's very positive. Being a young lady too, and having experience because you've been working to other brands at the same time. Loewe, as I'm around,
and Carolina Herrera too. Before I was working as a buyer for Carolina Herrera bags, women's bags, and before I was a product manager in Loewe. And there is where I started thinking about this concept, and I started feeling that people needed something new and something different, that clothes were boring at that time, and the stores, their offer was not new enough for people around me, and then I decided last year, February, to start developing it, and we're here now.
And the first thing is the different fashions, no? Because it's different designers, but well known because you've seen some of them in Vogue already.
Yeah, exactly. They're all emerging talents that some of them are like starting, like this one here is the first season for this designer, but this one here, for example, he got the Woolmark prize in 2013. He's from Belgium. And then there are all the designers, for example, Erika Cavallini over there, who's been working already for a few years. So they're all emerging. They're not that well known, and they actually don't sell in so many places, so they're not that available.
So they are very specific.
Exactly. In most of the times they sell in boutiques, in physical boutiques, so people don't have access to them, and some of the times, or most of the times, they're in their local country, so people from Spain wouldn't have ever the chance to try all the. And this way they have the chance to see all these new designers and have them shop them.
Shop right away and find other sizes because they're different sizes too, like you say, at the same time. And another thing is, why Marbella?
We like all these spaces that I said before. We always wanted them to be linked to any special event during the year. So here it's a Starlight Festival, and then Madrid is the Fashion Week. Then San Sebastian is the Film Festival. Then
we would say it's the open in Marbella because it's a site it's so international at the same time.
Exactly. So it's both because we know that Starlight was here and it was a good way of getting people to know us. And at the same time, we knew Marbella has a lot of foreign people. So, and we are very focused on creating this as a very international concept and launching it to new countries soon. So we thought that it's the best way to be in cities with a lot of tourism to launch it international wise.
That's a great idea. What a big woman. This she's going to be dangerous. Yes, watching this. She's going to be dangerous in the business. She's going to be wow.
Could be.
Well, it will be a pleasure to interview, really, and I wish you so much luck.
Thank you so much. And I hope you like it and you buy
fantastic.
a lot.
Let's see if I buy my size, huh? You say the old sizes, so we're going to try it out.
But we're going to invite designers in, so you can, if you want, talk to them and make something customized for you. So in this case, if you want something customized or the sleeves longer, or you can make it.
So you have to call me so everybody can see it.
You can check it on the website. When any designer is coming to the showroom, we'll put it, and you will be able to schedule a date with the designer. So
just go to the website.
Solutions for everyone.
Ooh, that's going to be wonderful. Thank you very much again.
Thank you so much.
And it'll be a pleasure. it is a beautiful day, don't you think so, Pia?
Yeah, it is.
It is
Lovely.
marvelous. I think so. Marbella has the best weather in the world. It honestly does. But here with Fia Insgaard, I think so. I said the right name. I hope so.
Yeah.
And she has a store. Is Fia y Bakken?
Yeah.
That's the name of the store.
Yeah.
And you have it in Nueva Andalucía.
Yes.
We have to say she was the one who won the prize for the free publicity
Yeah.
in the radio the
Yeah,
other
in
time
2
with a
months.
woman.
2 months,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
2 months
So
was
glad for that.
fast.
Thank you.
Exactly. Costa Woman that they did that 12:30 event. That was fantastic. I think it's very positive for us, everybody.
Yeah.
But exactly, who is Fia?
Fia is a woman who moved from Sweden 9 years ago, and I started the shop immediately. I never had a shop before, but I think I want to do something. My husband is gonna work, but I want to do that too. So I always loved clothes.
You always love. All women doesn't love clothes. How can you say that? It's, everybody loves.
Yeah.
But what's the special of Fia?
Special expression?
Boutique.
The boutique, yeah.
What is so special of Fia Boutique?
It's I import clothes from Sweden, Swedish designers.
They're beautiful clothes.
Well known.
You wearing that?
Of course.
Of course.
I always do
You
that.
should have brought me something for me.
Yeah.
You missed that one.
Forgot that.
You forgot that one.
And they don't sell it anywhere in Spain. So
Fantastic.
if you want just those clothes, you have to come to my shop.
But what is the difference of Swedish designer from the Spanish, from Germans? What is the difference of French? What is this? The type of color, the material?
It's much the material, the models of it. Because
Can we say it's more 100%, sometimes 100% cotton?
Yeah.
Therefore, anti-allergic,
Yeah.
things like that?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what it is, no?
Yeah.
Actually, what they focus on it.
Yeah.
And women are taller too. That's
Of course
another
they are,
one.
yeah. I can't get into the Spanish clothes.
That's what
I
I'm
have to buy my own clothes.
You see,
in
I got you
Sweden,
there. That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
it is, because you got
The pants are not for me.
exactly because you guys are taller. It's true. The women over there are taller
yes,
than
yes.
us.
But I also have for the Spanish people because they are coming in.
Naturally,
and
they can
buy, so.
fix it and they can, you
Yeah.
know, turn it to the way they want
The
it.
tunica is a dress for them, and
That's the way it
vice
is.
versa. So
But actually, how long you been here, Fia?
9 years.
9 years.
More than 9 years, yeah.
And you came and you decided to come here to Marbella, the section of Andalusia,
Yeah.
to come and live, and then you say, I want to open a store. That came up like that?
More or less.
Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah,
Yeah.
but people are adventurous, honestly.
Yeah.
I like that attitude,
Yeah.
to be adventure.
If it doesn't work, okay, then I have to close it.
You see? That's the way it has to be. If it doesn't work, close it. Don't keep
Yeah.
up, don't keep up, don't keep
No,
up.
no.
That's the thing. So you're happy. People already have customers that love your store, no?
Yeah, and from different nationalities, Germans, of course, they're also tall, as
tall.
I am.
I have to get tall here.
Scandinavian, yeah. English, Spanish, all over. So,
What?
and the Madrids, they're
But there's
coming
people
down
now,
here,
and they find this
coming.
different clothing,
Yes,
and they
know
love
it
it.
now, so
Mhm.
they're coming back. Yeah.
I do agree with that. But at the same time, what is the colors are coming for summer? Now we're talking about clothes for the women. What are the prime colors for this summertime?
For this summer, it's this blue.
The blue is
Yeah, and it's going over for the autumn to take some of the colors from the summer over to the autumn.
autumn.
So if you buy something blue now, you can have it in the autumn.
So they say get practical.
Yeah, but it's dark. For the autumn, it's a little bit darker. The green, a little bit dark green.
Yeah.
A lot of velvet.
Velvet colors. So we
Coming
get
again in the autumn.
that's the Swedish fashion colors,
No,
no? Because
it's-
over here is jello, bright yellows, bright
Yeah.
orange.
But
Fuchsia.
this is what they're taking out on the fashion weeks in the Scandinavians.
Uh-huh.
And those I bought from, they also sell to German, England,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So it's coming up in
And they
Europe.
come in, so everybody's
Yeah.
using that color.
Yeah.
I think it's good to have different colors and different attitudes in the sense of design. And now we're going to be the same everybody.
Yeah.
It's going to be silly to be
Yeah.
wearing the same clothes, the same colors, you know.
Yeah.
We have to wear something different.
But it's more colorful here.
yeah, but
than
well,
in
we had the sun, what can
Yeah,
we say? We
yeah.
had the beautiful sun on the beach. But in swimsuit, you sell swimsuit too, or only clothes?
No, only clothes.
Good idea, because the clothes is the best things to do, because honestly it is hilarious,
Yeah.
the swimsuit. But you have for parties at the same time?
yeah.
Oh, you have even for evening clothing,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
great.
Some, not so much, but a little bit, yeah. And for now, for the comuniones, like that. So
Yeah, first communion and everything.
Yeah.
Actually, I know exactly because it's very important now. All the parties, all the events are coming up.
Yeah,
It is fantastic.
Fair
And I
enough.
think so. It's in Nueva Andalusia. Can we say where is it? Honestly, we're going to visit her. I promise I will, and I will visit her.
Yeah,
Because I
thank
want to see, but I told her, do you have big sizes? And I say, curvies are very in fashion now, you know, darling. Curvies are very, very in fashion now. So actually, it is nice to have somebody who tried to put a store, and it's coming up good. I really congratulations that things coming up.
Thank
because
you.
I presume you choose the right clothes to bring over. You have to have a good eye.
yeah, I had to, yeah.
You have to have a lot of psychology.
And I listen a lot of the customers.
Yes,
And
but they can drive you a little bit crazy.
no.
No?
No.
Oh,
They
you like
only
that?
have-
You like
They
that?
only have wishes. They want to have, during the summer, they want to have long
Little
sleeves.
sleeves and some, oh God.
Because they can't go out in the sun, and the
Oh,
other
things
ones
like that. Oh,
doesn't
that's
want
nice.
anyone. So you have to have.
A little bit of everybody
Yeah,
choose and
yeah,
everything they like. So they want to choose the sleeve, no sleeves.
Yeah.
You have to have a different style. Wow, so that's fantastic. I like that. So at the same time, you have earrings, or you have decoration, you know, you
Yeah.
have jewelry.
Yeah.
correct?
Not so much, but
Not
a
so
little
much,
bit,
but a little bit, so just in
accessories,
case somebody
yes.
missed something, they can go
Yeah.
and go out already dressed and everything, huh?
Yeah, and it's Swedish too.
And Swedish, with a Swedish attitude. Also, you know, the Swedish pastry there. Then I go.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
joking. I'm joking. No, but anyway, we're very pleased to have you here, Fia. It's very fantastic. You dare to open a store here in Nueva Andalusia, and you keeping it up, and you're happy about it. That's great and positive.
Yeah.
That's great. So thank you very much to come here, Marbella Life
Thank
Style.
you.
It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Well, like we said, we have a section with the pediatrician Luz Divina for all the mothers and fathers who has questions, and one of them is puberty. And she's going to give us a hints and ideas of how is it becoming on the child and how to take care, because parents are very aware and worry sometimes, and sometimes a little bit exaggerating, I think so. No?
Hello, Emma. It's nice to see you again here. Well, puberty, all the parents in my clinics comes very, alert, afraid, because the kids, the girls or the boys, start to have some changes in their body. And you don't have to be afraid. Everybody has their own changes. If not, you won't have kids, no? That's a normal process. The first meaning that we have to know that the puberty is a normal physiological changes, psychological changes. The kids start, to be angry, to be sad, to cry, to be happy. No, it's like when we have the menopause. No, we have so many changes. Then they have physical changes, and the parents see more often or more easy when the girls has some changes. What kind of changes? Oh, my kid has some nipples. I just can't see that she has some changes. You don't have to be afraid. And the boys start to have changes of voice, or has on his thorax and abdominal area, some fine and tiny hair. That's a normal things.
One of the things that the kids, the ladies, the young ladies are coming up, like we say. One of the things that they worry is, like we said, the normal age is 10. But when they do it before that age, normally, they have to be worried about it?
Well, yes. Well, the normal age in the girls, it's in between 10 years to 12 years. Then you start to see the changes. And in the boys, it's when they have roughly 12 years to 14 years. When that changes, it start to be before, that's not a normal process. We are talking that is an early puberty. And the early puberty is not the pediatrician. Well, the pediatrician, we do the diagnosis, but we don't treat the early puberty. That has to be treated by a specialist, a pediatric specialist, it is the pediatric endocrinologist, because in that cases, the kids need hormone to stop that process. Why we need to stop that process? Because the lung bones start to stop the growing, and then is when the kid start to be smaller, don't grow enough. No, it's like me. I have a meter and a half, and my potentially has to be 168, 170 because my parents are not small. I had an early puberty, and that's why I'm so small. No.
So we have to say, we have to be aware of that. Don't think because maybe it's very normal because in my past another family was small.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not normal, and that's why it's very important that the kids has to follow every year, unless once a year, because that's the pediatrician role. We have to examine the kids, and when we see that something it's happened in not the right time, no, it's when we can make some actions. Okay.
So we have to say, watch it, take care. If you need any information, just go right here to Luz Divina. Even you can find all information. If not, they can go Googling to find.
It's very easy. It's Dr. Luz Divina Garcia, and I think with that name, it's not so difficult to find me.
Thank you very much, and we're going to follow for more questions that are coming from Twitter. Thank you for all the Twitters, and thank you to Marbella Life Style. See you.
Bye-bye.
Well, I think so. The best way of ending this series of events here in Holanda, and especially here in hotel that invited us here in Marbella Life Style, we have to say thank you very much to the director, is ending up with a beautiful book of Anne-Marie Atteren that's going to talk about, how should you say, about 6 generations of women's different life in the sense of going different ways, Finland, Sweden.
Yeah, Switzerland, Germany, Denmark. So many.
But they all came up because of pictures you inherit.
Well, I inherited the letters, first of all, the thousands of letters, and then also the pictures.
I said pictures because they've been sending me pictures.
Yes.
And I love them, all of them, because it's more memory. But reading the letters, sometimes I think it has to be very touchy to find out a lot of story in between.
Of course, yes. And you also recognize things in your family that you didn't know were there, that maybe you have felt yourself, and you see that it's something that happened already a few generations back, and it's really interesting, you know.
It has to be, how you come out to decide to be an author of a book, how that came up to you? Because of the letters, or because you said I had to let everybody to know a little bit of the story?
Well, I have published a few books in Sweden already, and well, I think it's
to keep continuing to give more.
It's a very dramatic story, actually, you know, and especially my grandmother's adopted sister was born in Wales.
Wow.
And she came to Finland, and her life story is a bit like a Cinderella story.
Really? Yeah, so it's a Cinderella? Oh, I feel like reading the book already.
I hope so.
I think so. It has to be lovely to feel like a Cinderella. The way she arrived to the country, and then things have been happening through it.
Yes, so many things happen in Finland, and because when this story starts, Finland was still a part of Russia. It will be 100 years this year since Finland became a country of its own. You know.
So it's going to be. It's like we say. It's a passing through age of 6 women, but especially of 1. That's what you're saying, no? So the book is called Three Women's Steps, the Three Women's, or it's going to be only one? Because I'm a little bit confused.
Well, it's going to be 4 books the way I see it, you know.
Oh boy. That's going to be a hard reading then. It's going to be
well, I hope not. I hope not.
But the story, can you give us a little detail of some of the story or something that, you know, to initiate the people who love to read will say, oh, I want to get the book.
Well,
like you said, Cinderella, I like because I'm a bit romantic. But another sense?
Well, it's about 2 little girls who grow up like princesses. You know, they have everything. The house where they lived is now a museum for a president in Finland.
Oh wow!
And they had a pony and they had dogs.
Everything they wished to
everything. And then, unfortunately, something happened in the business. You know, the Russian. Taxes on import and things, so everything was kind of lost.
From the beginning to the end to going up again, no?
Yes, well, more or less
like that. It's a story how they struggle to it, that's what you have to say.
Yeah.
Like we said in the past, we have crisis here and all over Europe. They have crisis in the back too.
It has happened. It has happened before.
It's a section that happens. It does happen to people.
Yeah.
But at least it's a funny way. Is before they used to write a lot of letters, and that's nice. It's an opportunity you find out.
Yes.
Now people they don't send them letters.
Exactly.
Then maybe they Google you, or maybe they send you email. But the email sometimes you have to just throw it to the trash.
Yeah.
Because you kind of hold it so much, and the way of keeping the letters is beautiful.
And then you find a letter that says, "Burn this," you know.
Wow. It says that and they didn't burn it.
They didn't burn it. So I can still, you know, try to find out what happened.
Why is the reason?
But then, of course, there are things that I can't know. I mean, I have to accept that. I can't know everything, you know.
You cannot, because sometimes it was secret, sometimes the things happen.
Yeah.
That's beautiful to maintain a tradition and a way of talking to the family and having the opportunity to know your heritage.
There's a very strong female line, very strong women also, you know.
I can see she's very strong too.
Okay.
Strong character, too. So I imagine to have to know how they all that makes you more strong too. How they fought.
Yeah, they stuck together, you know, they helped each other and through thick and thin and
be a family in a sense that sometimes we have to grow up. The people say we have to maintain as a family, for good or for the bad, no matter what. That's very important. So when the book is going to come out?
Well, hopefully next year. There's still some work to do, you know. So the first one, and then
the second will follow to the other one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because imagine it's a 6 women, or 4, whatever you have to follow back.
It's too much to put in one book, I think, you know, because the first one is 230 pages.
Wow,
so it's,
and the great-grandmother, she has a story in it.
Yeah, she was born in Philadelphia, the first,
really?
The second one. Yeah.
Wow.
So she came back to Europe, to Switzerland, and you know, it's a long story.
It's a long story sometimes. So sometimes people think, oh, that sounds familiar, because it's a lot of story in each family, a lot of things.
Yeah.
This is nice to know your heritage.
And there's a wonderful picture when they run out into the ocean. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I love that one.
And that hotel still exists. It's called Grand Hotel Mediterranee. It's in Alassio in Italy.
Oh,
so
wow.
I have a grant to go there and go to Switzerland, and I have to go to Denmark to look at those places.
So you have the picture of different places there, and you see they were here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
I have to check it out.
Strange feeling in you.
It is. It's like I'm living 2 parallel lives. You know, I'm living my life and I'm living their lives.
Oh, that's just goosebump. You're feeling that sensation going with the pictures you have in there, and say, they were here.
Yeah,
I'm here too.
And I feel like they're with me. You know?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They are with you. That's for sure. I'm for sure they are. So we had to say, everybody, that soon is going to be the book. We wait for 1 year. They had to wait because a lot of story she had to pick up bit by bit, indeed, for everybody. But you're gonna go take the trips to find out the places that were before to inspire
need to
more.
Do that. Yeah.
You have to go and check it out, right?
Yeah. See what comes my way, because somehow they always make me know that they are there, you know. So it's
fantastic. I think this is very nice. And you live here in Marbella, or you?
No, I'm living now actually in close to Granada at the moment.
Oh, that's a beautiful place to Granada.
Yeah, I love Spain.
We'll welcome you here in Marbella.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to be here. It was a wonderful experience to come here.
It's going to be something very useful to say, well, you can write a book of yourself, writing the book at the same time, finding everything.
Exactly. It's been my own journey as well.
It's your own journey, because you had going to travel places that were, and maybe you never know what can happen. Who knows somebody?
Exactly. It's an adventure.
I like that. That's a great adventure.
Yeah.
I tell you, she's a strong woman. I said it before, and you are. So we have to say thank you very much. We're going to wait everybody to see and to read the book. Can we show the pictures?
Absolutely. I've been working with a British film producer as well to find the story, you know, to actually know how to tell it, because there's so much.
It is. It's amazing, the pictures and the beautiful. Because
but I would love if you want to show some pictures.
We were going to show some of them,
yeah,
because
absolutely.
really I think it's more enjoyable to see. At the same time, waiting for the book, but when you see the picture, you're going to say, why? Or maybe you say, oh, I saw my grandma too there, or I saw somebody, or an auntie. You can have a relationship to it. So we're going to show those pictures in black and white. Like I said, they're beautiful indeed. And all the thing they have is amazing, really. I enjoy watching all the pictures. Keep finding more about it, bit by bit, about the family. And like I said to everybody, keep your heritage. Believe in your family and get together.
It's fantastic.
It's very important. It's essential. Well, like we said, we promised to give a little bit another side here in Marbella Life Style. And we have this other side, Emma Acedo, who's going to give us a lot of, I would say, I don't want to say you psyche, I don't want to say you specialize in. I want you to say what exactly is your method and what are you going to give to the people?
It's two questions in one, Emma.
Let's go. I dare you.
To start with the first one, I don't have one method. As you can see, I'm not the youngest anymore, so
But you have a lot of things you learn.
Yes, yes, and I'm still training, and I'm still open to new methods or courses that I will participate in. And by now, I feel that I like, you know, when you have a problem in your house and you need, maybe you have a problem with your plumbing or electricity, you call a guy and then he'll come round with a toolkit.
That's a good example. That's a good example.
Like I am that person with a toolkit. So when somebody books a one-to-one session with me, because I do courses as well and one classes, for a one-to-one session, first it's important to talk about the reason why you come and see me. And then I open my toolkit, but of course I know already, and this is in an intuitive way, what method, what way to address it and how I can help.
So how can you help? How can you address this? Because you're going to have courses, I believe, so to help everybody.
Yes, these are the self-development and inner growth courses, because I do strongly, this is part of my background, my education, I do strongly believe that, you know, like we all know that we use for our brains, maybe we use, like what do the scientists say, like 10%, 20% of our brains? So I feel that we all human beings, we only are able to reach maybe 20-30% of the quality of our lives instead of the full potential. And that concerns me a lot. From the days that I was a teacher, I saw already at a young age how adolescents were unhappy and depressed. So what I do then is to enable them to address that potential themselves. And I'm there to support, so I use my one-to-one sessions and the courses, but always I'm a strong believer in addressing and activating their own healing potential. We all have.
That is true. I think so everybody has a potential. If you want to heal yourself in a sense and health of on action of or even you feel sick, the mind is, like you say, is very powerful no matter what.
Exactly, and so I address. That makes me a bit different from other practitioners, therapists, healers in the area, because I went on through some fabulous courses, and now I'm able to address an issue. It may be physical or emotional, but to address it in the same session on the physical and emotional and mental level. And this is very, very different.
Don't you think so? In another word, there's a lot of people saying they're healer, or they are, you know, they can do this, or they can do that, or they can help people. There's a lot in the coast. It's a tough question I'm going to do, but how can we definition, what's the definition we can help ourselves to find the right one?
Okay.
What is exactly what we have to look for? Is the classes where they went, whether they've been learning, or because they have years experience? Which will be the fact?
So, that's a good question, Emma, and I
know it's a dangerous one, but
no, I love
dare
challenge.
too.
I never go away for challenge. That's
Good.
why I'm here, for example, because I'm very afraid of looking in the camera. So I address my fears. This is something I do, and I help my clients to do that. Just confront the fears. I would say there are a few factors, and you have to allow me to explain. First, it's attraction.
Attraction.
So yes.
Okay. Second.
If you see a therapist or healer, and you say, well, there is something there. I don't like his.
So intuition, we can say that. Intuition. It's very important sometimes.
Follow your intuition.
Okay.
And secondly, if somebody promises you the rose garden, paradise,
but with that, ouch,
don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, because if I go in the way I work, and my clients give me that back as feedback, they say you go really deep, and sometimes that might be painful, but I don't promise you bliss after one session. It's about being able to stand in front of the mirror, but I'm there and holding your hand. And it's very important then that you forgive yourself, and that you're able to look at yourself with compassion, because we are often our worst enemies ourselves. So that's already
1, 2, 3. You went to 3. I think so. You already jumped to 3.
Yeah. And of course, qualifications are important.
It's very important qualification. It's true, very important qualification. Very important.
Yeah. And for example, on my website, I've had sometimes lovely reviews, but not everybody is very open want to say, want to give their own name. However, on my website, I use only people who were so happy with my treatment and said I didn't have a problem if I would use their name, the full name.
That's nice.
So that's important, because then you have references. Then I say, talk to so-and-so, because I have some techniques like the touch of matrix. Nobody has ever heard of it. What is touch of matrix?
Oh, what's touch of matrix?
Exactly.
What is it, What is it?
So then I say, if
don't tell me it's a movie.
No,
not like the movie.
That's the matrix. That's the matrix.
Okay.
But for example, because I don't, because we have a very multicultural environment here, and it's very transient.
Yeah.
So therefore I say, contact these clients, contact them. They're all open to speak it, to explain to you, as if you struggle if you have an issue, to explain what it is, because I find it very hard, because I do my work with a lot of I feel like it's a vocation. So, and I've never been trained in marketing myself. I can't sell myself. So, okay.
So not sell yourself, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And believe you can help the people, because you be trained to it in one sense.
Yes.
And because you love your work. It's another one too. I hate to say this, but some people that come, I'll charge this amount, I'll charge this amount. I think this is the worst part in the person who starts saying, I charge such amount, because I know a couple of them who does that. But what I say is, naturally you have to charge what is the value of it. That's a sense, but not to announce it openly. But it's true. It's not because you're famous or not famous. It's because you have a background of studies. It's very important.
Oh yes.
And you have a lot of people, like you said, who can say, yes, she helped me. Yes, she helped me. Because that, I think, is the primary idea of getting somebody to help you.
Yes.
That they have a background, and you find out people they did help. And they say, oh, I know somebody, I can find out.
It's verifiable. That's very important.
It is very important.
Yes.
And where they can find you, Inge?
I have a website, which is very easy, although my surname is not so easy to spell. It's French.
You're going to see it down here, don't worry.
Yeah. But that's my website, ingeborjean.com.
And where the classes are coming, when you have some courses?
After the summer, I'll start with a lovely course that I've been starting to train to give this spring, because I'm the only teacher for Spain for the International School of Spiritual Psychology.
You see, Marbella Life Style will bring the best, huh?
I'm the only teacher there.
who has that application and that skill, like I say.
Exactly. So I'm able. It's a certified course, and it has different modules. So you
How
get
many
a
years
certificate.
have you been studying? Because you had a couple of years indeed, huh?
Well,
1 year, 2 years. A couple of years.
Yes.
Couple of years.
I could have bought a nice house for that.
Oh gosh.
For 10
my
years,
God.
I didn't go on holidays. And
10 years without going
when I
on
was
holiday.
teaching, and all the money I saved to go and training myself courses.
Nice, that's nice. You speak highly of you, really, Anja. It's a very hard name, but it's a beautiful name indeed. But you can't. That's sometimes when I say the wrong name, people remind it. I know that is the truth. So tell us again the website so they can reach you, please.
www.ingebeaujean.com, all lowercase. Thank you.
Thank you very much to be here, really. It's been a pleasure to always have you.
Thank you.
And you see, Marbella Life Style brings the best.
Thank you. Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Thank you for having me at Starlight. It's been a pleasure. I've been here before, so I'm quite excited to be back. I don't know what to call it. It's a step above. You know, it's not just a festival, it's an experience.
Standing where you left me, praying that you come and get me. But now I found my second wind. Now I found my second skin. Now I know what you were thinking. You thought you'd watch me fade away till you broke me into pieces. But I gave you. My love is on the line. My love is on the line. A little late for all the things you didn't say.